lost. What will make a 70 years old man show his hunger, his lust, to a 7 years old child? Does he think the child will enjoy this, or enjoying touching his little expired dick? Or he want to compare the size to... Well, I will give you the answer. It's the lust we need to kill. But it will be nice if he die. Pride. Because of what he did, he will create a lust in this little kid. There is a difference between this old man and the proud murderer I'm going to tell you about right now. That nasty man who afterward wouldn't even think of the last word of his victim. He was trying to tell the man with the gun that there is no reason for him to be killed, as he was just a father of 2 children and 1 beautiful, kind wife. Can you imagine how many bullets was in his body after 2 long minutes? I will give you the time to imagine. I have never forget the sound of his laughter, loud and cruel, as if he just won a marathon. Envy? Envy. 2 days after the crime I witnessed, I still hadn't told anyone because my own fear. I was afraid if I had my name the second of his list of victims. A neighbor told me how sick he has been, how much he suffered. She said his body was teeming with disease. She went on and on about how his death was better than his life, and how much she wished to die. For her, the thought was comfort. I couldn't imagine feeling envious the victim for his death. It's the wrath. How I hate this word. It's make me angry. Wrath has many causes. I was 14, going to school in the kingdom of. I was beaten by some of my classmates. They believe I had sense against them. After the teacher told them that I come from a city full of war and blood. Even though I was one of the best students in the class, it's something I work hard for. They prevent me from entering the school. Because their racist view. So I left and they won. Gluttony. Of all, this is the most deadly sins. After I was forced to leave that damned school, I didn't have many options. Either start working, learn something that might help me with my future, or stay at my parents' house like a spoiled child. School was not a refuge for me. I didn't feel I belong. Anyway, I chose to work. On my first day, I met this nasty young man. Every day at lunchtime, he would give each of us a tiny plate of food. The food he got from the bus house. And he always chose to spill it in the big plate, so none of us can eat more. But this barbarian would spill it in this plate of the delicious food to make his big stomach growing several inches larger every day. Eventually, he will eat himself until death. Sloth. He was fat and lazy. He preferred spilled himself in a couch with a big coke in his stomach. And there was no one there to call the ambulance. They found a camera next to him 9 days later. It's considered a video of him. He expressed his addiction to food, his lack of desire to do anything. May God save his barbarian soul. Greed. The last sense I'm going to tell you about. Imagine you are like my neighbor whose name I don't want even to mention. He thought if he spent money on his little daughter's shoes, he will lose his fortune. Imagine that your wife's greatest wish is taking her to dinner. But you will not do such a thing. Why spending your money if you can eat bread and drink water at home? It will cost you almost nothing. To tell you the truth, that bastard, he watched his mother die because he don't want to get to her the medicine for her to live. I heard he has a stroke when he found rats eating his hiding rolls in the basement. Karma is a bitch. It will follow you till you go to your grave. So please be nice.